I'm on the inside of the Colosseum in Rome today. So what you're looking at right now below me here is the arena floor. The part that the people are walking on has been reconstructed, and underneath that you can see what was called the hypogea, or the basement level. It was down there that the animals and the gladiators would have been kept prior to battle, and they would have been brought up onto the arena floor in something like a primitive form of an elevator, let's say. There were trap doors on the arena floor that was made out of wood, where they would come out of from the basement level. The whole floor would have been covered in sand, and the Latin word for sand is arena, and that's where we get our word arena from. On the inside, you can see the sloping bits here where there would have been seating. None of those seats remain today. There are just a couple of sections like this right down here where you can see some parts of the seats. And of course, the lowest levels, there were 3 levels. The lowest level was for the wealthy. The imperial box would have been probably right down there where the cross is, although there's some ambiguity as to where exactly which side rather the imperial box was on, either this side or the other side. So the lower ring of seating would have been for the most wealthy, the highest classes, the middle ring for the second, let's say the more middle class, and the top, sort of what we call today the nosebleed section, was for the women and the slaves. So about 50,000 people, although again that number is debated. 50,000 people could have fit in here, and the games would have gone on sort of all day long. There were gladiatorial battles, there were battles against animals, gladiator against animal, gladiator against gladiator, and so on. So the Colosseum in Rome, also known, or rather the actual name of which is the Flavian Amphitheater. So I've got this great book that shows you what the arena would have looked like in ancient times. So you can see the floor covering the basement level. You can see all of the seating that's all gone today. And that's what it looks like today. And just one more thing that's very interesting that happened here infrequently after the building of the Colosseum was that the floor was taken up and the entire basement level was flooded, and mock naval battles were held. So let me show you from this book again what that might have looked like. This was something done just a few times because it was very expensive and very complicated to do, but very, very impressive. Those were called the naumachia, from the Greek word navmachia, which means naval battles.